Rabotai, you should know there's 6 mitzvot, tedirot, and these 6 mitzvot will never ever stop for a second. You could be living in your life, and these mitzvot, 6 mitzvot, your whole life, 24/7.
Which mitzvah?
Which mitzvot? First mitzvah, to believe, la'amin, to believe, v'lachshov mitzvot Hashem, to believe that Hashem is in charge every single thing that we do in our lives. You understand what's going on? Yep. Meaning, when you find the parking in the morning, that means that Kadosh Baruch Hu said this is going to be a parking. You say to yourself, come on, Rabbi, it's a parking, big deal. You're not understanding. Before you came to Knis driving, all of a sudden, you don't know, there was a guy before you in a spot that just left because he had an emergency phone call that he had to take care of. And Hashem knew that you were coming, so he made an emergency phone call. But understand what I'm trying to tell you right now? You have to believe 100%. 100%. All of a sudden, I'll give you an example. One day, I was driving, give you an example, I'm taking out my kids. We're planning to go out, to go to this place, different place, whatever. So all of a sudden in the back seat, my young daughter is screaming, crying, batich, I'm going crazy. Sometimes you go majnun from the kids, it's good, don't worry about it. So I was going majnun, I said, so I need a break over here. I parked the car, I see a jumping place, indoor jumping place, a Jewish place, with a mezuzah, everything like that. I went, I took the kids were with me, my kids and their friends. So the guy got a sale of 10 kids in the car. We all went. The guy walk in, the guy with a Hasid beard, he's the happiest guy. He just made $200 right there in 1 second. But imagine, but he doesn't know. He thinks that that I went specifically to there. He doesn't know I was going to a different place, but I had a bunch of house in the back seat that they were driving me nuts, the kids. So I had to stop over to say, you know what, I can't take it anymore. Hey, we're going there. You understand what I'm trying to say, You have to believe 1,000,000% this is min shamayim. 100% HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent you here, this, that. A guy is going to a restaurant. He has a certain restaurant down the block. He's going. When he gets to the restaurant, he's excited. He's looking for parking. He can't find parking. Oh, I can't. This is ridiculous. Even the pump is taken. I can't even park by the pump. What does the guy see? He sees, okay, I finally found the park. As he's walking, you see another fancy restaurant. Kosher, awesome, this, that. You decide, let me go through it. You understand what I'm trying to say? Hashgacha Pratit. This restaurant owner, you don't understand what he was going through. There's 1,000,000 examples, 1,000,001 examples. Even in a shul, even in a bet knesset. We had a guy, Toledo over here, David Toledo. He lived down the block. He didn't even know that there's a shul over here. He didn't even know. All of a sudden, somebody pulled, so he's walking, he sees another guy. The guy was there for a year straight praying every single day. Until he moved, whatever it is, he went to, I don't know what, in the next village over. But my point I'm trying to say is, up until that point, you don't know who comes in. Take this guy, Bobby. How did he come to the Bet Knesset? How did he come to the Bet Midrash? Hashgacha Pratit. He called me up. One Rosh Hashanah. Palacci, how do you have a shul? Over here, this. So I said, yeah. He said, oh, very good. I just moved in. I was praying. I moved to the area to pray in so-and-so's shul. I moved to the area in so-and-so's shul, but I also heard you have a shul. He moved. He bought a house, bought a property here, around the corner to pray in a different Bet Midrash. Ask Bobby, he's right behind you. So I said, so what are you calling me? He said, I want to have my option as well. What do you have for me for Rosh Hashanah? I want to buy an item, this, that for the... So he says, oh, I'm coming special. He came, and ever since then, he fell in love of the Bet Midrash. Derech Emet Torah Center, he fell in love with them. He fell in love with the Keilah. So we have the best rabbi in town. I gotta stay here. And ever since then, and Rabbi Cohen too. Rabbi Cohen. Rabbi, I was talking about you, Rabbi Cohen, not me. Rabbi Cohen. I'm the best rabbi in town, Rabbi Cohen. And ever since then, he's one of the pillars, but all from Shamayim. All from Shamayim. It's exact who is going to be in the Bet Midrash, who is going to be praying at this time, this day, who is going to be. And that's one of the mitzvot. There's 6 main mitzvot that we have every single day, and one of them is to believe and to know Hashem is running the world every single second, and He has the ability every single second to make sure this person's here, that person's there. Even the food you're going to eat. Even the food you're going to eat. You come home, honey, what do you make? You think, oh yeah, your wife made this, made that. Meanwhile, she heard a recipe and this and that. You come in. I had a friend in Israel. I'm telling you, I went over to him Friday night dinner when I was single. He just got married. He says, Tfadal Joe, Yosef, come eat by me. I ate by him. I'm telling you, you never ate. The food was not normal. The food was unbelievable. I said, your wife makes this every single night? This is crazy. He's like, yeah, every single night. And then, that was, by the way, that was the meal. Then the desserts came out, and I was like, what? This is dessert? Oh, I'm not kidding you. This is, I know, I can tell you the person's name. I'll tell you publicly. I don't care. It's a compliment to his wife. His name's Rabbi Yitzchak Mizrahi. Okay? He was learning with me in Mikdash Melech 4 years. He was older than me by 3-4 years older than me. He was such a good learner. I said, you know why your wife cooks like this? Because Hashem knows you learn so good. So at night, he married a guy named, a girl named Satin. I don't know the first name, but a girl named Satin. So I said, you know why your wife's cooking like this? I'm not necessarily, because you learn so well. So when you come home, Hashem's giving you a compliment. Hashem's giving you a Hazaku Baruch. Here, take a good meal. It's in Mitzvah, this, that. And I said, I bet you, when you don't have a good learning, I bet you come home, your wife didn't cook so good. He's like, you're right. That's what it is. So Bezrat Hashem, you have to know that Hashgacha, even when we eat, even the parking spot, even the people who we meet during the day, is all min shamayim. This is one of the mitzvot that we have to believe in every day. The Hashgacha Pratit, every single second of our lives, Hashem's control.